Hello, this is Ms. Mazoo with a lesson on action and linking verbs. Verbs are words used to show action or a state of being. Every sentence must have a verb or it is not a complete thought. Action verbs show either physical action that can be seen or mental action that might be hidden. Physical action includes verbs such as run and jump. He runs around the track. She jumps the hurdles. We can see these actions. Mental action, on the other hand, includes verbs such as believe and think. He believes in winning. She thinks of success. Someone can actively think even though we may not see that action. So action verbs can show either physical or mental movement. Now let's talk about linking verbs. Linking verbs connect the subject to a word or words that describe the subject. These verbs are not actions the subject does, but what follows the verb describes the subject. Think of a chain link fence. Metal links or chain links are joined with other ones to create a connected unit. Take that picture of a chain link fence to the idea of linking verbs. Linking verbs help complete the meaning of the verb and describe the subject. This yellow chart may help you with some common linking verbs. There are 8 state of being verbs, or we sometimes call them to be verbs. Be, being, been, am, are, is, was, were. Other common linking verbs are appear, become, feel, grow, look, remain, seem, smell, sound, stay, taste, and turn. If you watched my video on helping and main verbs, you should have already memorized the 8 forms of the verb to be. And some of the next words you see, you can think, well, aren't those action verbs? They could be. Realize that these verbs do not always have to be linking verbs. They can also serve as helping verbs or main verbs. But if we have a noun, pronoun, or adjective descriptor that follows the verb, and that descriptor talks about the subject, we have a linking verb. I'll take down the chart now and we'll look at some examples. The first example of a linking verb is the sentence, "The school day is long." Is a linking verb because what follows describes the subject. Long day. We could replace that word is with another linking verb, seems. The school day seems long. Again, long describes the day. What follows the verb is a descriptor. The next example is our room was very warm. Was is a linking verb because what follows the verb describes the subject. It was a warm room. We could again replace the verb and it would still be a linking verb. Our room felt very warm. Here are some more examples. The fruit is colorful. Colorful describes the subject of the sentence, fruit, and comes after the linking verb is. Colorful is an adjective. It's colorful fruit. But because it follows the linking verb, it's called a predicate adjective. Another example shows a predicate nominative or a predicate noun, because what follows the linking verb and describes the subject is a noun. This fruit is a banana. It's banana fruit. Banana here is not an adjective, it's a noun that replaces or specifies what type of fruit it is. The last 2 examples show how the same verb can become either linking or action depending upon how they're used in the sentence. The first one is, she felt sleepy. Felt is a linking verb because what follows describes the subject. Sleepy is a predicate adjective describing the subject she. But in the last one, she felt the soft pillow, it's an action verb because pillow does not describe the subject. So in this case it is an action that the subject does, feeling the soft pillow. There's a tip I can give you if you're not sure whether it's linking or action. If you can take that verb out and replace it with is, check and see if what follows is, does it describe the subject? If it does, it's linking. One of the reasons we study linking and action verbs is to talk about writing style. If we overuse forms of the verb to be, for example, it can make our writing dull and uninteresting. If we replace those verbs with action verbs, our writing becomes much more interesting. For example, if I said, she was a writer, that sounds kind of dull. But if we said, she wrote many poems, not only do we see better movement with the action verb wrote, but we can also add what type of writing it is that she did. Try to write a complete paragraph without any form of the verb to be. It forces you to think about your writing style, that's for sure. To learn more about verbs and other parts of speech, please visit my website at www.mazoozoo.com. That's MAZOOSZOO. There you will find parts of speech songs, more videos on verbs, and videos on other parts of speech. Don't let the 8 parts of speech trouble you. Take one at a time and enjoy the journey. Happy learning!